thanks to the support as a channel member, Ant Chipman. Well, here we go again, boys and girls. Fifth time lucky. It's the second round of the FA Cup. We're actually facing a non-league team. If we win, we might just get that payday we've been waiting for 100 episodes that will allow us to start climbing up the leagues. Hello and welcome to part 100 of Wembley to Wembley. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have that FA Cup second round tie against Hartlepool, and then it might be a replay against Hartlepool. It might be the league game against Barnet. We're not going to show the EFL trophy because no one in the history of the world has ever cared about it. But one thing we are caring about is the turnaround in our form since the last episode. And it started in the last episode. We were showing promising signs. We obviously had the two draws in the previous episode that were both matches that we should have won, and we've now figured out how to actually win, thanks in no small part to the emergence of John Hurley and his 4 goals in 7 appearances. But we won 4-1 against Barrow, 4-2 against Rochdale, picked up a draw against Forest Green, beat McDongs. All of these teams are in and around the relegation zone with us, which definitely helped. We then took two matches to navigate our way past League One relegation fodder Bromley in the first round of the FA Cup before absolutely smashing bottom of the league Swindon 5-0 and then qualifying for the EFL Trophy knockout rounds for the first time in our history. A couple more wins in there as well means we are now comfortably mid-table, comfortably ahead of the Kev ratio, and feeling much happier than we were at this stage in the last episode. So now all focus can be on the FA Cup, because goodness me, what a difference it would make. We're having a generally profitable season anyway. The cup run already has helped us out no end financially. But if we can pick up a win here and then a big draw in the next round, we've talked about it many times. We know what it could potentially mean. Hartlepool are, where are they? Hartlepool are mid-table in the National League. Cross everything, boys and girls. Let's go do a football. And of course, with it being the FA Cup, there's no limit on the number of loans we can play. So we can play what I guess would be our first choice team. I guess I'm the manager. We can play something a lot closer to our strongest 11 players because we're not limited to just 5 loans in the squad. So it's Perini in goal, a back four of Conan, Limani, Proctor and Austin, Smith and Shaibu in midfield, Muller on the left, McConnell on the right, and then Justinison and Hurley up front. That seems to be the strike partnership. As you can see, 15-goal strike partnership between those two. Justinison has started scoring a little bit more consistently. Hurley has come in and made a big difference. I think that's my front two for the time being, and we're just trying to build the rest of the team around them. I love how uninterested the fans are in what I would argue is one of the biggest games in our history. The previous round against Bromley, because they were in League One, we had 4,000 people turn up. We set our club record attendance, our club record gate receipts, both set in the first round. This one, even though it's an extra round on in the competition, it's only Hartlepool, so 600 people have turned up. But who cares as long as we beat them? The big one would be the round after this, if we can get there. And we've got a penalty after just 12 minutes. And it's going to be McConnell who steps up to take it and scores 1-0 part way there. Oh, if we could just do this relatively stress-free and then get that big draw we've always dreamed of, it would be a key moment in episode 100 of the series. It would be a proper key moment to finally get that big FA Cup draw that we've wanted for so long. We've made it to the second round of the FA Cup 4 times previously, including doing it in both of the last 2 years. So this is our 3rd year in a row getting to the second round. We've never made it to the 3rd round. And I feel like we're owed. We're owed a big game. We're owed a cup run. We're owed the money. And it will make such a difference when it comes to building a team for next season. I would love to not have to do all of these loans because we can only have 12 actual permanent players because we can't afford any more. We could go and make £1 million. It would be the catalyst for the second half of the save. Right, Proctor plays it forward to Smith to Shaibu, and now Hurley has dropped deep. He's got Justinison ahead of him if he wants to use him. Instead, he's giving it to Shaibu. There's Justinison. Look at this beautiful football. Muller out on the left-hand side, drives it across. Hurley's there. 7 goals for him since coming into the team. I told you he was good. It's 2-0. I know we're playing against a team from the league below, but we're actually playing good football as well. Look at this. We've got men over in multiple positions here. We just look like a good side. It's finally starting to click. It's all coming together. I just hope we get a good draw in the next round. Touch wood, assuming we get there. Because, can you imagine? Can you imagine how different a summer transfer window would be if they doubled our budget and we actually had enough money to go and get a squad of 18 League Two quality players? It would be absolutely sensational. So it's still 2-0. We're well into the second half. And if you look at the XG, we're comfortably ahead on XG as well. Absolutely controlling the game. And now Muller on the left-hand side again, turns, looking for options. Smith presents himself as one. And now Shaibu charging forward, gives it to Hurley, who plays it onto Cohen and the left back. And he has a shot that is pushed around the post by the goalkeeper. That was another swarming, sweeping, attacking move from our boys. And now we have the corner, which we're still not particularly effective from, even though we've got the several large players knocking around the team. But it's Hartlepool on the counter-attack. And we've got a few players out of position here because we were forward for the corner. So I would really like not to throw a 2-goal lead away and actually just, in an episode, show you us comfortably win a football match. I think it would be a beautiful thing. Right, what would be a really beautiful thing is just Innocent at 6'7" scoring here. Corner comes in and it's Proctor, I think, who's headed that over. And long gone are the days when we used to be the team that did all the set pieces. Goodness me. If we could add that to our arsenal, we would be an even bigger threat because we've been in some very good form. But you have to take that run of form with a pinch of salt. Most of those matches we've played since the last episode have been against teams in like the bottom third of the league. So it's not as if we've been playing well against the good teams, but Hurley's in again and Hurley scores again. 8 goals for him now. He has definitely been a difference maker. He's the missing piece of the puzzle. We signed so many strikers on loan in the summer. We just needed one of them to click. And it looks like he is the one who has decided to click and is starting to score some goals. 3-0. That should be us into the third round of the FA Cup for the first time ever. Wembley are on their way to Wembley, boys and girls. Let's make some substitutions. Right, Smith is going to come off for Maine. We'll bring Robinson on at left back. We may as well just rest a few boys. Why not? We've only got attacking midfielders on the bench now. Of course we have. Right, we'll take off McConnell then, and Kelleher can come on. There you go, triple substitution. You got to keep the players' legs fresh, haven't you? Cohen gives the ball away. He's about to come off the pitch as well. That might be his last kick. If we give a goal away as well and start to let Hartlepool back in, we'll get us across. But they are in. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, it's been disallowed. Okay, we get away with one a little bit there. It's been disallowed. Look at the XG. Are you looking at the XG? It's spectacular. Paridi doing good work, coming forward and claiming that. Lovely stuff from him. And just kick it a long way. What's the delay? There you go. You got a 6'7" guy up front. Just kick it far. It's not a complicated decision to make in that process. Kick it far forward, aim for the big guy. That should be it from every set piece, including goal kicks. Hurley with some good link-up play. Wally Muller thought he'd got himself sent off there, but I think his tackle attempt was so wild and mistimed that not only did he miss the ball, he missed the player as well and just ended up kind of sliding around on his bottom. Hartlepool are having some chances here. We are letting them back into the game. It's very frustrating when we do this, but Robinson comes across and makes the tackle. And I think now is the time to praise the boys and hope that we don't slip back into silly old habits. Right, we are going to take off just Innocent to have another look at McLeod. And you know what? We'll take off Hurley as well. Bring on Ricky Allen. We'll save the two main strikers for the next league game because I think the job should be done today. But of course, before that next league game, we're going to have the draw for the third round of the FA Cup, and we're going to be in it. And I'm very excited. Look at us go. I don't even know how much prize money we get for winning this match as well, because obviously that's another thing. Even if we end up with a pathetic draw, A, it's a chance to get to the fourth round, but B, prize money. Prize money gets more and more impactful the further in we get. Keith Kelleher. has just scored goal of the season to make it 4. Absolutely wonderful stuff from him. He's found it a little bit hard to get into the team this year, but just sending me a little reminder that I had very high hopes for him when he first signed, and that is an absolute beauty. 4-0 was never in doubt. I'm very happy we've done this on camera so that you can see we are actually good now, to stop the doubting Thomases down in the comments. But we will we'll do. Where's the? Did that game move? I thought that was before Barnet. We'll play Barnet next, but first, look at the prize money. Look at the prize money. Look at that. Can I do a coaching course? No. Brilliant. I might already be doing one. Hold on. I am already doing one, so fair enough. Yeah, I would like to bring Hurley in permanently. Let's have the draw for the 3rd round. I'm giddy. So we're here. Here we go then, folks. You know the drill. We've talked about it so many times throughout this series. We are looking for an away game against a team with a massive stadium who get good attendances. So an Arsenal, a Manchester United, a Manchester City, a Newcastle, a Tottenham, away against any Liverpool, away against any of these, that kind of match will make us £1 million. We could really use £1 million. So let's see if we get one. The other alternative would be a home match against a team we can beat so that we can have a re-roll in the next round. Although teams that we can beat are starting to become few and far between, as you see all of these Premier League and Championship clubs entering the tournament. There's not many of you not see that's huge for Scarborough, although they'll be gutted that they're at home because away there they make a lot of money. But there hasn't really been a really juicy away game option. Right, this one. We'll take this one. Newcastle away, mega money. Come on, Wembley. No. See, that's a waste. Right, Arsenal away. We'll take this for sure. Right, we keep clicking. Man United are gone. That's a waste. Chelsea are gone. No, they've got a big ground, so it doesn't really matter, I suppose. Away against Leicester. You know what? It's not going to make us £1 million. But 44,000 all-seater, what did they get in the 3rd round of the FA Cup last year? 3rd round, they were away. Of course they were. Year before, Leicester, 3rd round of the FA Cup. Why are you always away? 3rd round of the FA Cup. What sort of attendance is it? Right, at home against Bolton, they got 26,000. So it'll be the biggest attendance we've ever played in front of. And half of a 26,000 match, maybe 22, 23, so we're not as big as Bolton. But even that's a good couple of £100,000. It's better than a kick in the nostril, and that will be the next episode. But first, let's play Barnet. Right, important reality checks and context for this second match away against a Barnet team who are 2nd in the league. Barnet are quite good. We are almost certainly going to lose this match. We've not really played against anyone good on the little run that we've been on. In fact, even that's not true. Carlisle, I think, were quite good. Yeah, they were up in 7th place and we lost to them. So we're not very good against the very good teams, so we probably are going to lose. And of course, we're back to only being allowed 5 loans in the matchday squad as well. So it's Perini in goal, a back four of Jones, Yoshihama, Piggin and Austin, Murray and Scheiber in midfield, Scanlon on the left, McConnell on the right, Justinison and Hurley up front. If we can pull off a result here, I might start to believe that not only are we going to fix our financial problems this year, but we might have an outside chance of making a rush for the playoffs. I expect we'll be finishing sort of lower mid-table again this year like we did last year, and we'll continue to tread water in the lower mid-table until we fix the finances and are able to build a proper squad, which that's what the cup run is for. So hopefully that's what's about to be done for us. But you know what? We can come here and do a win. We can have a little bit of a dream. We're only 6 points outside of those playoff spots at the moment, where Carlisle occupy them, and we have multiple games in hand because of the cup runs we've been on, presumably. And also, we've actually had a few matches postponed because of international call-ups, because we've got so many under-21 internationals from bigger clubs on loan, even though we don't really use them. We postponed the matches because one or two of them that we actually, like Justinison goes away every time on international duty. So because we've got loads of under-21s that we wouldn't even play anyway, we're able to postpone the match when Justinison's not available. And that is an absurd miss from the Barnet forward there. For a team that are trying to win the title, you would expect them to do a little bit better than that. But It's now back with their goalkeeper. Are we going to get a little bit of a chance before half time? Because that's a poor clearance. Jones plays it forward to Murray, who kind of turns his way past the Barnet player beautifully. But then Barnet hits on the counter-attack. But that's lovely covering defending from Yoshihama. Yoshihama, he might not be big enough to be a proper defender, but that was proper quality cover defending there. And now we've got a break on through Shaibu. It's 3-on-3. Hurley plays it across to McConnell, who's the fourth man in the 3-on-3, and he scores. We're ahead away from home against second place Barnet. Maybe we are quite good now. That was a fantastic counter-attack, led once again by my boy Shaibu. I love him so much. He is everything I want for a high-energy, all-action midfielder. And he has just driven the ball forward for us there and created the counter-attack goal. It's 1-0 to Wembley. We're now only 5 points outside of the playoffs. Barnet dropped down to third in the league. Maybe we can dream, boys and girls. It's half-time. It's Barnet 0, Wembley 1. Oh, I'm starting to get excited about how this team are playing now. I mean, we are absolutely robbing Barnet at the moment, but we'll take it. I mean, they had a big miss. They committed too many men forward. We caught them. It's going to happen from time to time. If we can do them again, that'd be lovely. But I expect they'll find a way to get themselves back into the game in this second half. But Austin intercepts nicely there, and Piggin plays it forward, looking for McConnell. McConnell ends up with it eventually, and he's now running with it, running at this Barnet defence again. He's already got one, tries to go it alone and grab himself a second, and it didn't exactly go to plan, did it? So, not ideal, but look how defensive they are. Playing a flat back six against a team that they should be just storming past. Serves them right if they end up losing for not showing enough attacking ambition. That being said, they are attacking here. So, if we could win the ball back, that'd be terrific. They've got in behind our right back here who's pushed forward, and there's a lot of them in the penalty area. That's a very comfortable goal for them. And that was, I think something like that was always coming. They're definitely a better team than us, and they definitely showed it there as well. I don't want to see a filthy replay. It's just going to make me unhappy. Now the question mark is, can we hold on for the rest of the match after sucker punching them as we did earlier on? Right, we don't have a right back on the bench. I'm not moving Shaibu to right back. That's wasteful. Scanlon's not playing well, so Muller can come on. Henderson Derbyshire can come on for Justinison, who's also not having a very good game. And that'll do, I think, for now. I don't think we need to fiddle too much. Just the two changes is plenty. Let's encourage the boys and see if slight changes of personnel in the front four can maybe allow us to sneak a late winner. Wouldn't that be lovely? We'd love a late winner. We've now got some very tired legs in central midfield and nobody to really come on and play there. Robinson can come on for Shaibu. We really don't have anybody to come on for Murray, though. So we'll leave him as is. We are going to bring Kelleher on again. And I think we'll also bring Proctor on at left back. And hope that we hold on. Murray is going to be tiring. But he is our captain, so sometimes he just has to run himself into the ground a little bit. It's the way of the world as a captain. Yoshihama playing it out to Proctor at left back. Got plenty of options ahead of him, one of which was Muller, who'd started his run a little bit early. Henderson Derbyshire comes back to it, re-intercept though, tries to release Kelleher, and Kelleher is through on goal, and it's a very good save from the Barnet goalkeeper. That could have been the late sucker punch winner. Once again, catching Barnet being a little bit sloppy in possession. Are we going to do a shenanigans corner here? We've got a guy who's sort of come semi-short. This might be a shenanigans corner. It is a shenanigans corner. It's Kelleher. He's gone round his man and he shoots, and unfortunately straight at the keeper. He's got that goal in the previous match and has got a taste for it, it seems. He really is trying to prove a point that he should be starting more football matches than he is, which I guess if he keeps scoring goals, who am I to argue? There's now a thunderstorm happening outside, I think. So that's going to be a test of how the audio is in the new office setup. I've not had to do this in a thunderstorm yet. I'm so far from the window. I can't just lean over and pull it shut the way I used to. Oh, my word. That was an open goal. Muller was offside. I thought he'd rolled that across and we'd just missed a sitter, but Muller himself is the guy who was offside. And now I imagine after an attempted sucker punch of our own, Barnet are going to come back at us. Like Perini has something to say about it. That's for sure. And Just keep hold of it. Keep hold of it for 3 minutes. He's not going to book you twice, is he? Keep hold of it. Yoshihama gives it back to Perini, and he plays it out to Piggin, who gives it to Hurley, who turns like, we've got a little bit of an attack building here. It's Muller, who's got in behind. He is onside this time. This time he does roll it across, but there's no one in the middle for him. Proctor wins it back, though. Can he find the cross? We've got loads of men in the middle. Henderson Derbyshire is one of them, and he's there with the header. 6'4", I think that guy is. 93rd minute. Barnet 1, Wembley 2. This is a famous victory if we can hold on to it, because this really does demonstrate that we mean business this season. Henderson Derbyshire, another example in a video of how he potentially is shaping up to be a pretty decent centre forward for us. We've both finished on 1.46 XG. What are the chances of that happening, boys and girls? I would say fairly slim. But that victory, huge for us. We're up to 13th in the league, 5 points behind Crawley. We've got an FA Cup third round coming up, and dare I say, we might be able to start chasing for the playoffs. Wouldn't that be a thing? If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.